My name is Dan Sicardi. I'm a Stern class of 2007 and principal at the Cleantech Group. My first career experience after undergrad, I was working at an environmental NGO. I was looking to deepen my environmental work, but at the same time felt like I needed to have a stronger understanding and background in the private sector, and so the idea of business school really became increasingly important to me. And at the same time, I wanted to not just have the business experience, but also some of the public sector. And so was looking at Stern because, well, NYU, because of the dual degree program between Stern and Wagner. I had 2 internships at Stern because of the dual degree. The second was with the Wildlife Conservation Society and was involved in their international conservation work, which was really quite interesting. So I was there for a year after Stern, but at the same time was looking to get into the consulting field and found a really exciting opportunity at an organization called Green Order, which is a private sector consulting firm that focuses on sustainability. And have been there for the past 5 years. And a year ago, we merged with a similar firm called Cleantech Group. One, I think, that always stood out for me was quite early on in my first semester. I did a consulting, challenge or competition put on by Deloitte at the time. And it was one of those where you get the question at 5 p.m. and then you need to present to the committee of Deloitte consultants at something like 9 or 10 in the morning. And it was just an experience. It was my first introduction to consulting. It was my first exposure to some of the on-campus recruiting type environments and working in a group and basically working overnight in somewhat of a pressure-filled environment. But also, I think what really struck me about that was we were one of perhaps 10 teams. We were all working together in a bunch of study rooms, and even though we were essentially competing against each other, it was still very collegial, and at times we were even helping each other out when we had questions, and it really, for me, embodied a lot of what Stern's about. I wanted to get into consulting coming out of Stern, but I didn't have any experience, and the Stern Consulting Corps was quite helpful in that regard because it was a way to get some real-time consulting experience without having a specific consulting job. And that way, when I was asked questions about why I think I might be a good fit for consulting, I could refer back to that. Just to give an example, when we look at recruiting, we find very attractive attributes of candidates who either have strong strategy consulting experience or have a deep industry or sectoral experience or working within an industry that we like to work with, working at a company or set of companies that we find very attractive. And so I think either of those routes, although quite different, can be very effective. My name is Dan Sicardi. I'm a Stern class of 2007 and principal at the Cleantech Group.